Okay, so if you didn't notice, my room is extremely messy right now, and that is just because I haven't had the energy to clean it. Ignore the mess, it's just some clothes. First thing I do, I'm going to start with a Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is like my favorite primer. When I first started using it, I was using it with this foundation most of the time, which is the Tom Ford Faceless Foundation SPF. And I'm not sure, I think this is a water-based primer, and then this has silicone, or it must, because for some reason I would use these two together and then it would always start pilling, so I thought I hated this. But I realized I switched foundations, so now I use the Maybelline Super Stay. It's like a stick foundation. So I switched foundations and it works a lot better. So tip if you want to use this, you feel like it isn't working. But another thing I've also tried is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, which worked a little bit better with that foundation, but I think I overall like this one a bit better. Today I've been doing a lot of writing. I've been planning another book. Trying to get back into the swing of actually writing, because I haven't been doing that because I've been editing and working on Tis a Damn Season for so long. I've sort of forgotten. We had to have a brief intermission there for a second because my camera died. But yeah, I've only really been working on Tis a Damn Season for so long that I feel like it's strange for me to write something else. But I have had 2 ideas that have been circling around in my head since like I first started writing. So I've been trying to focus on those. I was like deciding which one I wanted to start with, but I think I've settled on something. So I'm about 9 chapters in, but they're like not obviously the best thing for now. Just because like I feel like when I'm drafting, I just need to like get everything out onto the page and then assess like later how I feel about it. Guys, if you're wondering about the change in the angle, if you see that the angle keeps changing, it is because my camera keeps dying, but I'm not a very patient person, so I will charge it for literally like 5 minutes and then keep filming even though I know it's probably going to die again. Oh, I just realized I didn't even say what concealer I'm using. So this is the Kosas, it's not focusing, Super Creamy Brightening Concealer and 03W. I don't know what that means, but that's what I use. I like to use like a brightening shade under my eyes. So as you can see, this is like obviously like not my skin tone. Like, bye. Swatch it, that's obviously incorrect. But I like it because it gives me like a brightening. So I use like the correct shade for my foundation and then slightly lighter under my eyes. Okay, so next up is brows, and I use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Yes, the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, which I recently just started using. I used to use the Benefit Brow, but I ran out, and so I decided to buy this because my sister uses it and I really like it. So after I just like brush it through with like the pencil with the gel on it, I just take this brow pencil from Zurea and just brush this through. I'm thinking of starting to do like writing vlogs. I feel like that could be fun, like vlogging my writing process, but I don't want to like obviously say too much about my like the story. I want it to kind of be a surprise, so I'm trying to see like how I can do more writing vlogs and that kind of content without giving away and telling everyone the entire plot of my new book. But I want to try and do that. I'm gonna see how some other YouTubers do it and then maybe try and do something like that, or just like a write with me video where I don't know, I just sit quietly and write something. I don't know if that would be interesting. You can comment below and let me know. Okay, so for blush, here I'm gonna try and use the Milk Makeup lip and cheek stick in Work. I've had this one for so long, it literally lasts for years. I want to try another color, so I might buy that soon. This is like my first blush. I use 2, so this is just the one that goes like with all like my base makeup. It's creamy, I really like it. I've never used it on my lips, but it is a lip and cheek stick. So other authors, like, let me know if you ever feel this way, but I feel like during the periods I've been editing a lot, I feel like I just haven't been able to like read a lot. Like I've read a little bit here and there, but I feel like I haven't been able to like really get back into my normal pace of reading in like 3 months. By the way, the next thing I'm doing is using this Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is just like the small one that I have, but I'm using this to set my face, and then I use like a powder puff to go with it. Last summer when I like had way too much time on my hands, I used to read like 50 books a month because I'm literally a speed reader. But in June, I only read like maybe 10 books-ish, 8 books, which like might sound like a lot, but that was all in like the last few weeks of the month. I didn't really read anything in the beginning. It's funny, I'm saying June, but this is probably going up in like August. I feel like I just haven't been reading enough. Maybe it's like because I've been reading too much like romance and I need to like read in other genres. Like last summer I read a lot of fantasy, and I'll actually show you guys. I just bought, you know what, I'm gonna make a book haul, like a TBR video, and that's when I'll show you guys all the recent reads that I've picked up, so I can show you guys what I'm thinking of reading to like get me out of my slump. Guys, that was probably the 3rd time that my camera's died, but I let it charge for a while now. So back to the video. But yeah, okay, I might add that to my agenda for the week or for later today. I'm kind of losing light and I don't really like using my ring light, so maybe I won't film it today. But I'm gonna do what I'm gonna read next, TBR kind of thing. Oh my god, I realized I forgot an important step of my routine, which I normally always do, so we're just gonna go back and do it now. I just use my setting powder for absolutely no reason, but I'm gonna use contour. I like to use this Bobbi Brown foundation stick as contour in shade Espresso. It's just the Skin foundation stick because I find that it works better than like actual contour, and like it's easier to find like a shade that like matches exactly I want my contour to look. It's also easier to find like a shade that's like dark enough for me, so I like to just use foundation. To do my nose today, I like flop back and forth on if I do it or not, because I honestly cannot tell if it makes a difference, but I like to do it. So, and then after I do like my nose contour, I'll do a little bit of concealer on there so that it like balances out. Pro tip, well I'm not a pro, but tip, when you're doing contour, I used to like paint, especially when you're doing it with foundation, more so I used to like paint it on my face and do like a 3. Don't do that because it makes it so hard to blend out, and then like your face just looks so much like, it just looks overshadowed, over contoured. So I personally like to just do, you saw I just took the contour stick, put my brush on it and do that. I feel like it looks so much better when I do it that way, and like it just darkens my face up a little less, and then I don't have to put concealer on after I do the contour. I can do the concealer first. Next, I'm using the NYX retractable eyeliner in black, which I use for my waterline, and then I might do eyeliner today. It's like an on and off for like if I do it. Normally for school I don't, and then I'm going to like a dinner or something I will, but I normally always do my waterline, because I don't know if this is like just me or if this is like common. It happens to a lot of people. I feel like whenever I put makeup on, by the end of the day it's practically like melted off my face, and I feel like when I go to school, like the school air, I don't know, it just takes all the makeup right off my face, and I literally use setting spray and everything, and it just like is still barely there by the time I go to school. So I'm just thinking like, I don't know, like I need something that like won't come off, and that's normally like my eye makeup, so that's why I do waterline, so that even when I get to school and it literally looks like I have absolutely nothing on my face, I at least have something on my eyes. I mean, I guess that's the point of makeup, to look like you're wearing nothing, but like because I'm so oily, I feel like I need at least powder with me or something, so that I'm not like too oily. But normally when I go to school, because I like get ready in like 10 minutes and I roll out of bed like super late, I don't do this much makeup. I'll do like concealer and blush and then mascara. waterline, and then I normally have to go. Yesterday, and like the past few nights actually, I've been going to the city because it's summer and I haven't had like that much other stuff to do. So yesterday I went to see my friend. She's from Greece, so I don't see her often, and we hung out. She's doing like a summer program, so I went to go visit her on like the campus. She's doing it at Columbia, which is super cool for her. So I got to like see Columbia. We hung out in the city and it was so much fun. We got Sweetgreen, which I love, but there's no Sweetgreen near my house. Like, it's normally what I get when I have like a dance competition, because there's a Sweetgreen by one of the places that we normally compete at. And like if we compete in the city, then my mom will sometimes get a Sweetgreen, but I normally like don't always eat it. So when I found out there was a Sweetgreen on Columbia's campus, I was like, can we go to Sweetgreen, please? And we went, and it was so great. Also, I just realized I did not explain either of the mascaras I use. This one, I literally, with my hand, like my sweaty hands, I probably wiped off the entire logo, but this is the waterproof something. I don't know. Waterproof mascara, I feel like really does a trick in keeping my eyelashes curled, because I have like the straightest lashes ever. So I use this on the bottom, and then on the top, to make my lashes more like voluminous, I use the Heroin Make, I almost rubbed this one off too, the Heroin Make Long and Curl Mascara, super waterproof. Got it on Amazon. Best thing ever. I love this mascara. It's so good, and it's like, I feel like it was made for straight lashes, because my lashes are super straight and they never hold a curl, but they're holding a curl right now. So 10 out of 10, I recommend. I use it like every day. So then, funny story, this next product that I'm using, oh, I have the cap in here. This next product that I'm using is the Item Beauty mascara in Bad Bleep. The blushing like cream blush. Oh, this is cream blush, but it comes in like a thing. I always thought this was a powder. But here's the lid. I like broke it the other day, but I still use it because it's the best thing ever. And I'm going to show you exactly what I do. You can see the blush is already coming off my face. You can't even tell I'm wearing it. So I learned this hack from my sister to always put on a lot, and then the minute that you're like stepping outside and doing life, the blush will come off, or at least for us. Also for like my skin tone, like if you have like skin, like brown skin, like this kind of shade, I find purple blush like works really well, like better than pink, but I do like to put pink under, so like this one's pink. But yeah, I love purple blush, so I use this complexion brush that I got from Sephora. I love this brush. As you can see, I literally only use it for blush. It's like completely pink, but I use it and I just stamp the blush on like that. It literally works so well. Like, it just, if I'm in a hurry and I'm trying to put on blush, then I use this brush because it's so good at blending, and it blends it so like fast. I feel like it's definitely one of my favorite blushes to use, so I totally recommend. I used to use like the Rare Beauty blush in like a similar shade of purple. I guess it's cream, but to me it feels like powder, so I like that about it. And okay, after I use the blush, I'm gonna add a teeny bit of concealer to where I smudged out my eyeliner, because I feel like it looks a teeny bit messy. And this is in a different shade. This is shade 6.5 of the same Kosas concealer I was using earlier. This is just for any spots where I feel like I still need concealer. I think I'm gonna blend the blush in a teeny bit more. Blush is all done. Now I'm going to show you what I do for my lips. This is the NYX, oh my god, my camera can actually never focus. I will just read it to you. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Lip Pencil in shade Ever. I love this one. I either use this or I have like a brown one, but I lost my like sharpener, so I either use it in shade Ever or shade Espresso. So I go on and off between the two. But I love this. I feel like under for me is just like become like a necessary thing. I feel like it just makes my lips look so much better. Okay, so I'll go in with this lipstick from Rose Inc in shade Graceful. This is like the bottom, so you can kind of see what the color's gonna look like. But I got this when I was at Sephora, and I was just looking for like an everyday like neutral lip shade, and the lady told me about this one because I'd like never even heard this brand before, and now I'm like obsessed. It's like matte, but it's also like moisturizing, which I love. So yeah. Another close second though that I like to use, that I would use, I mean it has some caveats, like if I use this I have to like bring it with me and like reapply all day, which like sometimes I just don't want to do. But the Winky Lux like color changing lipstick, as you can see I'm literally almost out. I used to use this every single day during school because it's literally like a lip stain. After a while it'll start to look a little bit rough, which is why you have to reapply, but it stays on your lips. Like if you eat, your lips still have color on them. Like if you all day, your lips will still have like a bit of color on them, even though it can get drying if you don't like reapply it after a while. But I literally love this product, it's so good. So I'll either put this over it, or I think I put my other lip gloss in my purse, but I either use this or like the Dior Hip Oil in shade Cherry, I think is what it's called. But yeah, this one works really well over my lipstick. So yeah, this is the final look. I might change up my hair or do something with it. I cannot tell if I like these braids or if I think they're ugly. Like I haven't fully made up my mind yet. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any questions for me or anything you want me to answer in my next video or any video ideas, comment those down below. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her.